Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I just want to go ahead and have a conversation about being at peace with your health conditions, being at peace with your health results and everything, and just being at peace with yourself overall. It's something that I am learning to do day by day, but I just wanted to come on here this Sunday and have this conversation. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Also, I'm going to be getting my nails together, so I'm going to be showing you guys that, me painting my nails and stuff. I just wanted to show you guys that, and let's have a conversation and have a discussion. All right, guys. So hey guys, before we get into my video, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you watch my other videos, and let's go ahead. So like I said, today I wanted to talk about just finding peace with your health conditions and finding peace with living with them and finding peace with yourself in general. And also I wanted to go ahead and do my nails. I'm going to cut them first because they need to be cut down a little. I cut my nails down to the nubs, y'all. They are short right now, but I want to cut them down just a little bit more, so hold on. So yeah, now guys, my nails are down. They're pretty clean. Let me cut these down for a couple more times. But, so finding peace when you have a health condition can be really easier said than done. When I found out that I had PCOS and I had anxiety, and I had Turner syndrome, again, all these things, and depression as well. When I found out I had all the things that I had, I just didn't know how I was going to deal with all of that. I felt like I was only, I felt like I was just one person, and I felt like it was so much on me at one time. And by the time that I found out I had Turner syndrome, it was definitely a lot, because I had already knew that I had depression and anxiety, and I had PCOS. So to me, by that time, I was like, man, another thing that I gotta figure out. By the way, this is just some clear thing. I just want to keep my fingers kind of, painted a little bit. And I'm actually going to show you guys my other thing. My other nail solution that I have, because I do press-ons too. And I'm going to show you that in this video. But back to what I was saying, it was already enough for me when I found out, I had depression and anxiety. So by the time I found out that I had Turner's, it was just a lot for me. And not knowing what it was and really having to make peace with it was definitely a lot for me. I was painting my nails, y'all. And so I was just like, you know what? I don't know what signs are being given to me. I don't know what is going on. But there was a sign of relief, and then there was a sign of feeling like, you know what? If it wasn't one thing, it was another. But most importantly, I just wanted to be happy at that time. You know what I'm saying? When I found out that I had Turner's and everything, I just wanted to be happy no matter what. And I just wanted to be at peace. And I just wanted to finally, like I said, because there was a sign of relief, because I was just going through enough already. And this has been it was going on for long. We didn't know what was going on. I was dealing with these things since I was a little girl. So it was a sign of relief, but it was also a sign of man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And I just want to be at peace. And so one of the things that I found that made it peaceful for me was finding the upside, which was finally we're figuring what's going on. And then the other thing that I found peaceful was that, my relationship, strengthening my relationship with God. And I just felt like if there was no better other time, because I always say I want to strengthen my relationship with the Lord. And so I just felt like, you know what, if there ain't no other better time to strengthen it, it is now with me finding out all these things going on with my health. If there's no other time to strengthen it, it is now. And I was strengthening it before and, just trying to stay on a good path before, but I really tried to strengthen and I really tried to, my best to have the Lord in everything I do. Because that was just what was going on anyway. I was already raised like that and I already had that in my mind, but I just felt like if there was no other, the time that I needed the Lord, it was at that moment. Because, this was a new territory for me. And I just felt like I needed, more than just the support of my loved ones. I really needed the strength of, the Lord. And so then I would just, I started writing down my feelings in a journal that I had. I started writing down my feelings and what I really, just everything that I felt, I would just put it on a piece of paper. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to start doing that again, guys, because it was really helpful when I really did it and I was consistent with it. And sometimes I do it, but I'm not consistent as I used to be. But I did. Like, I would write down all my things, all my feelings, all my emotions, and it helped me out tremendously. That was one of the pieces that helped me to make peace with what I was going through, was writing it down and, getting it out. And then I started to realize, and as y'all can see, my nails are painted. They're just clear. But another thing that I realized is that I just needed to cry it out. Like, I used to think crying was so bad because so many times, people would kind of pick and poke on me about that. Like, all you do is cry. So I would just keep my cries and keep all that in. But I needed to realize that I did need to cry. I did need to get that out. It was okay for me to step away and step back and really get my emotions, because if not, then I'm not going to make peace with things. I'm just going to hold on and harbor and harbor and harbor. And I just remember that, like, it kind of became like deja vu to me. Like, finding out bad news or finding out something tragic and continuously having to deal with that the best way that I know how. But once I learned that it was okay for me to cry, it was okay for me to be emotional, because it felt like I just had to be strong. And even sometimes it still feels that way. Like, I just had to be strong, or, I just had to be tough. And I think I talked about that in one of my videos. Like, I'm just tired of having to be so strong and tough and having to act like nothing affects me when it does. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I have to be that all the time, and not saying that, I'm going to let everything bother me, but I am bothered by some things. And I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with me being bothered by some things. It's nothing wrong with me being, bothered by some things that occur in my life. And, I need to act on those emotions in a healthy way. It's okay to, have those feelings and act on those feelings, but just in a healthy way. And so that way was me crying, writing, and then of course talking to my counselor. So I thank God for that. Or my therapist, excuse me. Talking to my therapist. It was so good talking to her and getting it out because oh, I needed it to get it out, y'all. I needed to make peace with what I just had found out. Again, I needed to find out. And you would think that I'll be used to it by now, but I really wasn't. Even still now, when I find out little things, I'm still not used to it. I think the blow that I feel just softens, but I'm still not used to it. So, yeah. And that would be my advice for you. The second thing, how can you make peace with it? I would say if you can do the same things I do. Now, let me say this. Everybody deals with different things differently, and that is okay too. But if you can get a counselor or a therapist like I did, or if you can journal, which most people can, or if you can cry it out, cry it out. And don't feel bad about crying it out. Let me say that. Don't feel bad about crying it out. Don't feel like you're less of a man, less of a woman, less of a person or whatever because you cry your feelings and emotions out. Get those emotions out. That's healthy. It's okay if you do. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And it is okay if you do. Get those emotions out. Cry it out. Get them out point blank. Because it's imperative that you do. And the last thing is making peace with things. Please, 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 please do your best to find a method, like I said, to make peace with things. Like I said, mine was strengthening my relationship with the Lord. Mine was journaling. Mine was crying. Mine was also trying to strengthen my relationship. I didn't say that with my family and friends too. Knowing that I couldn't do this stuff alone. Like that is something that I really had to come to the realization because I was so used. And even now, I'm so used to doing stuff alone. Being a single woman, which is by choice, But anyway, being that it's hard, you know what I'm saying? It is so hard sometimes to have to process things. And there would be times that I would go to appointments alone. And there would be times that I would have to hear information alone. And nobody was there to wipe my tears, except the nurses and my doctors. And, and they could, hold my hand or, tell me everything was going to be all right, Asia. But it's not the same of, they couldn't really understand how I felt finding this information out and how hard it was going to be for me to process it and make peace with it and realize that this is my new normal. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, of course, they knew that dealing with other patients other than me, but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to have to hear things, And it wasn't that I wasn't strong. I know I'm a real strong person, but even the strongest of the strong get weak sometimes, y'all. Like, it gets exhausting. But overall, what I am grateful for is that I am strong and that I am imperfect. And I'm grateful that my imperfections really make me me. And I'm grateful that I do have supportive people that really care about me and truly love me. And, even though they're there, I am still going through things alone. But that doesn't mean that I don't have people that truly love me and that truly do care about me. I am loved. And, I think I talked about it in another video that there was moments that I didn't feel that way. That I did feel like I had to go through things alone a little bit. And I think I'm going to talk about that a little bit more because I really need to touch on that a little bit more, especially being a little girl, because I think I want to talk about me, healing that inner little girl. But that's a whole nother conversation, y'all, that I want to touch on. But I will be talking about that. I'm gonna talk about that in another video. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to come on here and talk about that and talk about how it is truly important to find peace with these things. Whether it's finding out health news, whether it's finding out bad news in general. And I'm going to talk about that too. The grieving process that I had to go through. It's just a lot, y'all. But nothing is like getting back-to-back information, life-changing information, y'all. Nothing like it. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, here is this polish that I put on my nails. I'm going to actually show you guys also the nails, let me try this is closed. The nails, this is right here, that I also put on for when I do press-ons. And then you can get these on Amazon. So I'm going to show you guys them. Give me 1 second. So yeah, guys, I got these off of Amazon. I used a couple of them already. They're press-ons, and you can buy the glue, buy the nail glue. And I bought them, and I love them. They're so easy for when I just want quick and long nails. Now, of course, you can go and get your nails done, but this is something kind of on the, easier and kind of easy on your wallet and easier for you if you just want a quick long nail. I love these, and I got these on Amazon.